I was able to corner Brian. Brian, this is his first show. Phenomenal job. And do you remember earlier in the week when I was like, I don't know who this garden is created by. I want to go over and say hello, but I've been so knee deep in my garden. We finally got a chance to talk and connect and talk to me about rust and refinement. Sure. This is a very strong start for you, first show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have an inception? Did you have like a little creative spark for this?
I did. You know, we use a lot of corten steel in our landscapes, and that was kind of my baseline when I started. Actually, the first thing I thought of was the pathway.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about our steel elements, and I knew that was definitely the direction we wanted to go. And then we just were kind of inspired by that, just by the balance of the rusty elements and the more refined stuff, and circles and squares, and so that's kind of how the design started originally.
Yeah, it's so funny because I think when I went through the first time kind of doing my rounds at night, the thing that struck me was you did have a really good sense of balance. It was a very strong story from start to finish, and then you transitioned that corten into kind of like the leaf color of the nandina, the beautiful coral bark, the hellebore color. Like your color was just, it was, your colorway was sharp.
Oh, thank you.
Which I thought was so cool, and your texture game was amazing. Okay, now I have a question.
I appreciate that, because
you're so welcome.
We do a lot of, we do a ton of hardscapes, and people often think that there is, you know, there are landscapers who do hardscapes and there are landscapers who know plants. And I've been enthralled with plants since I was a kid. So
yes.
We love plantings, and I appreciate that so much, because the texture is a big thing for us.
It's huge.
Because it's a great way to get interest year round, you know, and that was, I think that was one of my biggest challenges for this show, being this early in the year, is what do I do about color and texture? And so that's been, it was a lot of fun to play around with those elements, for sure. Yeah.
You know, I have another question, because you and I were talking briefly before we started filming, and we talked about, we've both come to the garden show for our entire lives.
Yes.
Did that play a part in you wanting to do a walk-through garden?
Yes, it definitely did.
Yeah, I knew it.
I know, like I said, growing up, my parents brought me here, and I would always see the gardens that said you couldn't walk through them, and it was so disappointing, because you wanted to go walk through them. And as an adult, I realized that there are some safety issues with some things, you know, but I definitely wanted something that you could go through and kind of get immersed in it, you know, as much as possible. So
it's just so good. It's so good. Okay. I literally have yet to walk through this garden. May I walk through it for the first time?
Yes, definitely.
First time entering the garden, first time getting to experience it. I'm so excited, and I want to walk through it with you, and I want you to just, I think we all have those moments that are our favorite as creators, those little vistas that we just feel like we nailed.
Sure.
I would love you to tour me through and show me these little magic moments that are your favorite.
So you know, my idea from the beginning was basically 4 quadrants, and so we kind of have the darker, the black, and the I love how you said that, maybe like a dark raspberry color of these hellebores.
Yes, absolutely.
And so that was my idea for this corner here, with the black mondo and the dark colors and the circle of the water feature. And then you know, across from that is our birch trees with the white bark.
Yes.
And it looks like we might even by this weekend have all of our white narcissus and the hyacinths blooming, which will change that a lot. But
I have my money on Friday for you.
I just you know, none of them were popping up yesterday, and it was so exciting today to be like, oh, they're going. Yeah. So, and then on this side we have kind of these rough steel square boxes. And across from that, we have the really soft texture in the round gazing globes. And these are one of those things that when I was a kid, I don't know how, but I ended up with one of those in my garden when I was 12 years old. And I've always wanted them again. I remember them from Victorian style gardens. And so that was kind of my idea for this side. I think this is probably my favorite element. And you know how it goes when you're designing something. This, I had the brass buttons and the bamboo, that was all in line, but I had no idea how I was going to finish the front of this.
Yeah.
And I really I really just love this, how this turned out.
It's so chic.
Little things that change as you're going. We ended up curving the brass buttons down around the edge, and I just love how this turned out. And the bamboo wasn't perfectly straight, but we were able to actually angle it a little bit, and I love how it just kind of comes over this. So I think I love the water feature. Water in a garden is always one of my favorite things, but I really love how this turned out.
It's so interesting that I'm noticing, and I don't know if you knew this, but you've got the circles here. You have squares here. You have black here. You have white here. Was that purposeful?
That was kind of my idea, is just to kind of do these opposing things that really, like I said, and that's where we came up with the rest and refinement, is just having these stark contrasts that still all go together, and being connected by things. And one of my biggest goals was to create a garden that was still us, very us. These plantings are plantings that we actually use in landscapes all the time. And that we like really hardy stuff. We like stuff that is going to survive. And we, I was just inspired. We have a project last year that we planted 300 of these fire and ice hellebore on. And it's been 2 years since we planted them, and they're just stunning. And I was like, I have to use those. And so that's, everything. Like I said, I've always loved black mondo grass. And so that was really fun to play around with that. And just the contrast of everything was probably one of my favorite parts.
It's so good. And for my eye, if we look at this, what I think is really cool what you're doing, because black is so hard in the garden, you have gone so tone on tone on tone. You've got the black water feature, black mondo, black rock, and it is all reflective and it is all reading because you have water.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
This was a really fun, this was a really challenging thing to do, because most of these fountains have a square basin. And so we built one, and then I actually made the top for it with plant pockets, so I could actually get the mondo grass closer into the fountain.
Oh, no way.
I wanted to have this so that you could not tell at all that there was a basin here. So that was a big goal, to get that black mondo grass. And because I've had black mondo grass at my house in a bucket of water for 8 months, and it has no problem. So I thought that would be great, because we could really tuck it in there and just do something that'd be fun and just kind of blend in.
Well, I love this so much. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, to connect. You guys, I will, of course, we showed Brian's name, Brian's company, and I will leave a link to your website in the description below.
Well, I appreciate it very much. Like I said, it's I am honored by all the kind words.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's very well deserved.
Thank you. Same to you.
Very well deserved.
That turned out just incredible. So
thank you.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
This has been, like I said, it's been such a fun process to meet people and just to kind of watch these gardens as they go together. It's just such an amazing thing for 72 hours to come together. So.
And your first show, it's like you never forget your first show.
Yeah.
You never forget.
Like I said, the wheels are turning already.
Oh,
Lloyd said they'd like to have us back next year, so I'm already.
You're ready.
I'm going. Yeah.
Good.
I've got some ideas.